Konnichiwa, Mina. This is Tisa Curry. You're watching PokeCast. Today I'm going to be playing Cool Borders for the PlayStation 1. This, of course, is my first time playing it, and I'll be doing the half pipe. Let's see how the controls are in this game. Now, this is going to be a funny video because, I mean, with the controls, you can use the analog sticks, which is good in this game, but controls just seemed a little advanced for what the game could do, but wasn't, in my opinion, built as nice as some of the other games. And as you can see with this video, I'm doing very poorly. Yes, I love it when I'm playing a game and I just, for no reason, can actually get the controls to work. The main reason why I think this game was a little bit difficult, ouch, that hurt, was in most snowboarding games, when you hold down the jump button, you are able to hold down jump for the whole time, the duration of holding down the button, which then increases your speed, allowing you to get the extra speed, and that was an absolutely horrible first run. But in this game, it doesn't let you do that. It was not very good. I mean, and that's even in skateboarding games. You hold that button, and it lets you do that. This one does not let you. I mean, you can push down the X button to get that nice jump off, but it's for a very short period of time. The controls themselves were really weird. I mean, I had to eventually, after this whole run, you'll see on the next run, I do at least a tad bit better, I had to pull out the manual just to read where all the controls were, and it was just weird. Each stick being a different control when you're in the air for the moves you want to do. And then, of course, you'd have to hit the buttons around corresponding to where you push it to activate a different one. Of course, those flips are a little hard, but you know, I started getting the hang of it. It was just weird. I mean, I played. Actually, yeah, I think this is the first Cool Borders game I've actually ever played. I have played SSX. I played 1080. You know, on Snowboarders 1080 on the 64. 1080 Avalanche on the GameCube. Dark Descent, I think it was called. I could be wrong on that one, on GameCube and PlayStation 2. And I played various other snowboarding games. I'm not going to talk about Shaun White because that was a horrible one. No offense to all Shaun White fans out there. But this one, things did not feel right about the game. I was very disappointed with the controls. And I know some people are like, oh, it's because it's PlayStation 1. It's like, no, like I said, I've played other snowboarding games on this console, which were fantastic. I guess that the control theme that they wanted made it more difficult on, in my opinion, of what should have been easy. I guess the best example would be, for like today, you'd be going from like Tony Hawk's skateboarding to Skate. Completely two different control schemes that don't make sense. One is is the general controls for everybody, when the other one is what's make up our own control theme to enjoy. And I feel like this is what that game was like. It made its own rules on how to control everything. Of course, I could be wrong. I mean, without doubt, there's people who are way better at this game than I am. And of course, like I said, this video is actually from, okay, here's the actual run where I actually went and looked at the controls. Oh, I lost my train of thought. I should have finished the sentence. It's just basically that's how it is. I mean, yeah, this is probably, for some gamers, this is the setup they actually enjoyed. Out of all of the snowboarding games I played, the one I actually was the best at was 1080 on the Nintendo 64. I was able to really learn the controls on that one, because a lot of the controls were just, they worked and made sense. And I think that's probably what messed me up, is I'm used to any type of game like this, you hold down that button. And yeah. Despite me actually looking at the controls, apparently I didn't get it. Oh. And I have to say, I guess, in the end, when it comes to my review about this game, it's one of those that you're going to have to play and get used to the controls. If you cannot get these controls down, you're going to play exactly like I am playing right now for the first time. Okay, well, I guess this is the second time this is the second round, but regardless, it is a different control theme than most of the snowboarding games that were out at the time. And of course, they were definitely trying to use the analogs, the DualShock, and try to promote that. So it's not too uncommon to see that they went full DualShock on this game and say, hey, here's new controls, we want you to try and get used to this because this is the new controller for our system. So I'm not saying it's a bad game, it's just I did poorly with a new controller concept, about as poorly as I did when I was actually playing Skate for the very first time when being used to Tony Hawk. So, I mean, for a PlayStation 1 game, graphics not too bad at all for what they were trying to do with the game, but I guess I'd recommend this one for people to give it a try. Just, you gotta get used to the controls. It's completely different than SSX and any of the other snowboarding games which were released for this system. And the other major systems that were out at the time in 3D that used the general concept of how to control your game. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this little video of me showing how badly I can play a snowboarding game with a unique setup on the controls for the very first time. Yes, so this is Cool Borders 4 for the PlayStation 1. Hope you guys enjoy. Ciao and sayonara.